Sitting down with Brooke Forde, 400 IM NCAA champion. Brooke, to get started, can you take me through your race?
Yeah, it was it was a great race. I'm really happy with how it went. I think I was a little nervous going into it, just how I was going to feel. But I think I really focused on details, especially on my front half, and not relying so much on my back half like I usually do. And I think that helped a lot. So I was happy with how it turned out.
Yeah. And I know you mentioned on the broadcast you've been focusing a lot this season on the 400 IM. What has that looked like just, on a day-to-day basis in practice for you, I guess, as opposed to maybe last year or the year before?
Yeah. I actually do like have been doing a whole different practice schedule this year. I started in the fall when we started fall quarter with school. But basically, I throughout the week get in a stroke or a practice of every stroke, except I never really do a breaststroke practice. But like I do fly on Tuesday mornings, I do backstroke on Tuesday afternoons, and then I do freestyle work on Thursday mornings. I do IM work on Thursday afternoons, and then I usually do some breaststroke power work on Friday afternoons. So it's like really trying to get in a little bit of everything. Which like ends up taking up most of my practices because there's a lot to work through and to practice to get better on for the IM since it involves every stroke. But I think it's been really helpful and given me a lot of confidence like in backstroke since I've been training that a lot more.
Yeah. That sounds really interesting, and it sounds like a cool way of kind of, yeah, like you said, getting a day of focus on everything. Just for this meet so far, certainly from a media perspective, from the outside looking in, it's kind of had an odd vibe to it. There's no fans in the stands. Obviously, media are at home. For you as an athlete, how do you feel like this meet has gone for you so far? Obviously, you won a national title, but just kind of all around, does it have a different feel than 2019 NCs?
For sure, yeah. I mean, it feels like a totally different meet than past NCAA championships, and I think Wednesday night was like the worst in terms of the atmosphere because there was only the relay swimmers there, and it was first night. I think everyone was like not sure what to expect, and that was really hard, like getting in that meet mindset for that relay when it was like you could hear a pin drop before our race.
Wow.
But I think it's been like a better atmosphere since then, having more people like other swimmers, I guess, around, and there's been like a little more noise in the stands. So that's been good. And like, I think just getting into the flow of the things with our team and getting each other pumped up throughout the meet has been really helpful. But I wouldn't compare this to NCAAs that I've been to in the past. It's like a totally different ball game, I would say.
And I guess just in terms of navigating this meet, trying not to compare it to other meets, um, do you feel like you have been able to just emotionally kind of stay on an even keel, or have there been ups and downs for you throughout these last 48 hours?
No, I'd say I've been able to stay on a pretty even keel. I was really trying to just take my events one at a time, and get through that relay the first night, and then again just like really focus in on the 500 without letting the 4 IM be lingering in the back of my mind too much as I went throughout those first 2 days, which I think I've done a pretty good job of. And yeah, I think again just like relying on my team to help keep me motivated and like again provide that atmosphere that we're missing a little bit from fans and stuff.
Yeah. And then looking forward into the last day, how do you feel about the 200 breast?
I'm excited about it. That's a fun one for me. I don't do it very often, so I am excited when I get the chance to race it. But we have a solid breaststroke squad for tomorrow, so I'm excited to race with them.
Awesome. Well, Brooke, congrats again, and I really appreciate you taking the time to sit down and chat.
Thank you.
You've been listening to the SwimSwam podcast. Stay tuned for new episodes every week. You can take SwimSwam podcast on the go by subscribing on your favorite podcast platform. Look for links in the description below, And be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos as well.